we're gonna come back here with something important.
Oh, is this not the show?
Is this a show? Is this all of it? Is this all of it? You guys ever seen? You guys
I have
ever
a
seen
special
programs?
guest coming in a few minutes.
Who's that?
Steve, maybe, right?
I don't know. I don't know if Steve's making it or not.
Possibly.
But I had an uncle named Chief Cook and Bottle Washer, and he could come in. He could come in anytime he wanted to, Jay. Go to any restaurant he wanted to.
Yeah.
And just walk right in, get a table. And I was like, man, how in the hell do you do that, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer? And he said, well, every place I go to, I already have a reservation. You ever seen that, what is it? You like diners, drive-ins, and dives?
Was that a true story about your uncle?
When's the last time you watched diners, drive-ins, and dives?
Oh, Lord.
It's a pizza pie. Well, we were hoping to have Guy Fieri this evening. Unfortunately,
Thank God we didn't.
we got Jay instead.
Possibly Steve.
Thanks for joining us. I don't know. We don't know nothing about Steve.
My leg looks square.
Yeah, I think the
Just one
tripod's a little disheveled. This is we're breaking new ground here, folks. This is a seminal show. Can we say that?
Oh yeah. For
Can
what
we
you're
say
doing,
that? We can say that now because we're on Twitch.
Yeah, we're everywhere now.
So I discovered this interesting program, and I'll tell you guys, like right off the top, because that's the big news tonight. That's what I'm going to focus on, Jay, is the big news. The big news for Grown Man Record Night tonight.
No need to mess with the small news.
Is I figured out there's this program called Restream, right? And you get this program called Restream, and what I've been using to stream to the YouTube, and what I've been going from Ustream, shutting the whole shebang down, opening up my OBS software, which is what all the Twitch streamers and shit use to do all their fancy shit. That, and then streaming on YouTube with that. I realized this program Restream is allowing me to, I can do like a Twitch thing and a YouTube thing at the same time. So tonight, for the very first time, we are streaming live on, oh, you ain't fever. We're streaming live on the
internet.
No. Both at the same time, Twitch and YouTube.
Awesome.
Stream live simultaneously.
So you have choices now, you know?
We got choices, and all the chat is integrated through this. See, like right here, for instance, we've been talking with Shane Rocky earlier. Metal Theologian's been on there. And then all of a sudden I see right here, Nate Bouchard is watching on YouTube. So all these other cats, Nate, are watching on Twitter, which is where we're doing the music part now.
Twitch.
Twitch. I'm sorry, I said Twitter.
Come on, man.
I know. What am I 58 years old? But anyway, so it's cool. I decided to take a risk, try to do the music shit that we do every Friday on Twitch.
So no more Ustream is what you're saying.
I'm trying to get rid of Ustream. It's a pretty antiquated system. Only reason I did it is because they didn't pop us for copyright.
It's so
It was free, but they still, I think, make you pay for like HD. Like if you want to stream in HD, you got to pay for it. And Twitch, Ustream, YouTube, that's free. So what I'm doing is I'm actually streaming in HD for free to both Twitch and YouTube. And don't tell nobody, but we're doing the music on Twitch. I'm just not saving the video clips, so I'm hoping we don't get busted with a copyright. You know what I'm saying?
Tell your friends.
And I don't want, the intention of the program is never to violate copyright and play things that we shouldn't play. My whole point of the show is, oh my God, either I've never heard that record, I've never really gave that record a good chance, or I've not heard that record in a really long time. I'm going to go out and buy the record or the MP3s or whatever because you played it on the damn show.
Yeah, you're promoting for other people.
Yeah, and that's all I ever want. If you like some of the stuff we play, you go buy the record, preferably, or you can go download it or whatever, man. You know?
Well, we're not obviously not profiting off of it.
We ain't profiting off nothing. You ever ate tuna out of a can?
I don't like tuna out of a can. Never have eaten out of a can. Vein of sausages I eat out of a can from time to time.
Now, when I say out of a can, I mean a butthole. You guys still on here? Yep. All right. Yeah. So it's big time news. I'm trying to get rid of the Ustream. I'm trying to do the music on Twitch.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna stop down for a brief second, which is what we did tonight.
Yeah.
And then I come back with Twitch and YouTube together to do the program. And the program, we don't do the copyrighted music and shit like that. So hopefully, both of these things will end up on both platforms, and we kind of consolidate everything together. You know, and the other thing is, when I kind of figured this shit out, is that maybe from time to time, not on Friday night, maybe sometimes on a Friday night, but maybe a Saturday afternoon or a lonely Saturday night kind of thing. You know, pull up a little video game action, and I can stream it to both Twitch and YouTube. I'm not the best gamer. I'm an avid gamer. I'm not the best gamer.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a fun gamer. So we'll have us some beers and maybe a shot or two and play some Fortnite.
Yeah.
Or some Rocket League.
Yeah.
Or maybe some classic games. Jay was here the other night. I beat Metal Slug 3 for the first time.
That's fun to watch.
A lot of blowing up. Metal Slug 3 is one of my favorite arcade games. Of course, Infinite continues. So I'm just killing beers and like blowing shit up.
That's a game you don't have to worry about ever like.
Yeah, it's just fun, man.
You just spend 20 minutes playing it one night, and if you had a few beers, it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm thinking about, I found a way to like mirror my PlayStation 4 to the software that we use for the program.
High-tech stuff, man.
It's big-time business is what it is, Jay.
High-tech stuff.
Ain't no two ways about it.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in maybe coming in and doing a little bit of that business.
Yeah.
And having some fun. You guys like games? Tell me what games you like. Leave me a comment and tell me the game you're playing right now. What you into? What you jamming like hard rock steady right now? It's funny because I go through like phases. I was like a World of Tanks guy, Call of Duty guy for a long time, World of Tanks for like a good bit.
Yeah.
And then I dropped to Fortnite. I played that for just solid for like and then go to Rocket League. I was playing Rocket League for a long time.
You're a good Rocket League player.
And then, but then I'm like, oh, Fortnite, man. I went back to Fortnite. I've been playing that pretty strong, and I've not touched anything but Fortnite in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you've been playing a lot. Well, you played that, except that one game.
And some retro games mixed in there from other consoles. But those are for quick, like, fun games. I've not got into a retro game where I'm, like, beating it in a long time.
When you're talking about streaming that, I told you I think I'm going to start streaming the wrestling. It's going to be called the Mask to Mark.
Okay.
On Mondays and Tuesdays, probably just like the last hour or something like that. Just sitting there, I'm just going to be watching. I'll be talking about it.
If you do it on Twitch, dude, I can actually host you. So it actually shows up on the Grown Man Record Night channel as well.
There you go.
I'm learning terms like a millennial.
So Mr. Wrestling 5 might just show up for that show.
Okay.
We'll see. But
that's some business right there.
More to come, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. You were going to say something about music.
I was going to say a lot about music.
Yeah?
Chris Cornell died 1 year ago today.
1 year ago today, Chris Cornell died.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I don't have any Soundgarden.
You know,
that's
it's sad to say. I was thinking it was more like 2 or 3 years ago. It seems like it.
Time's weird, man. Yeah. You get older, it kind of speeds up, but it also slows down at the same time. Bro, what did I just say, bro?
That Chester Benning, he was like one of his real good friends, and he killed himself like a month or two later. So
I heard it was a pact,
a suicide pact.
Yep. They did it in the name of
L. Ron Hubbard
in Wales. L. Ron Hubbard, Wales #2.
Speaking of Wales,
3 unknown.
Speaking of Wales,
I don't know. Number 3 is unknown.
Speaking of Wales, are you gonna not sleep tonight so you can stay up and watch the wedding?
Wedding.
The royal wedding.
Yeah, I figured, no, it's funny because everybody's talking about getting up early. I'm like, man, it's Saturday. F all that mess. I ain't getting all up in business, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, wait. A lot of times a record night, I'm kind of still up like then.
We're missing DJ Girlfriend, by the way.
So maybe we stay up and watch the wedding program.
Not me. I care nothing about it, but
wedding program.
some people do.
You get a TV. They got wedding programs.
I think a lot of like.
You ever seen one?
A lot of these women, sophisticated women, try to get together and do these like tea and crumpets. That like.
Yeah.
I've seen some of that on like Instagram and.
Offered a well-known male journalist in our market some cash money in his pocket if he wore one of them hats while he did a wedding story today.
What kind of hat? Like the Beefeater hats?
One of those that the women wear over there. They call them something.
Sunflower, like a sunflower flop?
No, they got a. There's a thing. It's a big.
That wasn't funny because I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a thing.
Was that a joke? Is that?
Oh, Shane jumped on. Not Shane. Nate jumped on Twitch as well. That's cool. He's on both. He's been on both. You're the first Grown Man Record Night participant that's been on both YouTube and Twitch in the same night on the stream.
So
you win.
Everybody's making the Twitch jump.
I'll send you. I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you something.
A prize.
$1.50. I'm gonna send you $1.50.
All right.
You guys ever seen it?
Girlfriend.
Give it a swamp.
I can't reach it.
Mixed swamp. Anyway, what else are you gonna say about music album? Hey, there's gonna be a Beastie Boys book. I saw. I was gonna download a lot of times I download the images, picture images. And I'll show them when I talk about the various news stories that I'm gonna say.
Is it an anthology, or is that something else?
It's told through their words. I'm understanding, which is very very cool. That it'll be the story of the Beastie Boys through their own actual words, rather than some other schmuck coming in and.
I thought I heard too that they're working on some kind of anthology, like music anthology.
I've got one anthology. The Bossman got us.
This might be one of those like box set vinyl deals, or like a couple $100 maybe or something.
Yeah, that reminded me of. Male Theologian was doing a live stream the other night. Me and Jay was tuned in while we were over and watching some wrestling.
Yeah.
And we're playing some games. And it was cool. He was talking about some hip hop, made things about Boss Man. And I started thinking about no, it's cool now. There's some YouTubers out here that doing the live stream thing for on records. Male Theologian and Zeke is doing his thing, man. The live streams, those are great.
Yep.
Where he talks about records, where he plays guitar. I mean, it's and just sings his songs and stuff. It's cool. Some other people getting out here and doing some live business. It's cool to see in that live shit going on. It's a different animal, man.
It's entertaining.
And that's what we've always been about here on Grown Man Record Night. If you know, we've been doing live for a long time because that's fun. It makes it it's like live music. It's exciting because you could screw up and be like, oh wait, I shouldn't have. That's a joke I probably shouldn't have told. Hey, that's kind of part of the fun. Here on the program, we go back and review our performance the next day and realized, well, that was a little bit out there, but I see what you were going for, Jay.
It's cringeworthy. When I watch back, it's cringeworthy.
Oh no, it's not cringeworthy.
Some of the stuff.
We're not going for toxic and cringy here. Let's talk about. You got anything else for music to talk about?
We'll get into it. I brought a couple topical records.
You got some topical records.
I was going to show during the dig of the week.
All right. Well, go on and pull your britches off. Because we want to talk about what we played.
Oh, Lord.
Gilbert, if you wanted to start on Gilbert's here, Gilbert seems to be wearing a early version of what we would call the Sansa-belt slacks. And the Sansa-belt slacks means just what it says, sans belt. So you don't have a belt, you have this faux belt that kind of controls the action from the top level, if you know what I'm saying. So if you've never, my dad was a big Sansa-belt slack guy in the 80s.
I can imagine that.
Nice slim fit, had it working on. It's just kind of what it was. Anyway.
Can you still find Sansa-belt in the stores?
Oh, why'd it go all stupid? It went stupid.
Oh, what?
Things would happen. It's funny. This OBS program has some little gremlins in there. So I walked, dude. Let me tell you what.
Do you think the gremlins are more cute than scary?
Yeah, till you know, get them wet.
Yeah.
So look at Butthole Wilson. Oh, we got some. We're watching WrestleMania. Versus, oh Lord,
we can't show that.
WrestleMania 9, and it's a bunch of butthole women walking up on a.
There's the biggest one right there.
Yeah, the narcissist.
Lex Luger.
But there were a bunch of women wearing those straws up their buttholes programs.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, though, this week has been cluster F central.
Yeah.
I did that big teacher rally in North Carolina on Wednesday. I had a big other news story, a very tragic story earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And had some bad flooding today that I had to cover. And it's been just a cluster F situation. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, man.
This whole situation this week, I've just felt like, oh my God, I just want to go hide under a rock. I just want to go camp in the woods and just wait till I run out of food and then die about it.
Well, that's what Friday.
Is that grotesque?
Friday night,
should I not say
that's
that?
That's what Grown Man Record Night's for.
That's what it's
loose.
for. That's kind of the point of this is to
man.
come in and recharge your bees and get it going again.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to reset and get it going.
That's it. It's a primer for the weekend.
It may take tequila and Tecate with salt and lime on them.
The weekend primer.
But we prime it up, baby. What are you doing, my babies now?
Huh?
Anyway. So, oh, dude, he's saying he's on both. Oh, they're saying he's on both.
Dude.
Oh, my God.
It's getting out of hand.
Oh, my God. I got to reach under my table a second about it.
I just want to get on both just to be in like everybody
No, I
else.
got to get under the table about it.
No, I want to be on both just to be on both.
Yeah,
you know,
being on both would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about the record albums that we played tonight on the program.
Let's do it.
We could... Oh, I'll ruin that. I ruined all that. All right. So I walked in. I didn't know what the hell to expect because you can grab old beer. There's a lime and a salt up there if you wouldn't mind grabbing.
Say old beer.
Up top. Up top pork chop. I didn't know how this was going to work because, like I said, the point of all that, how bad the week was.
In there.
Oh, it's fine. It's plenty.
Salt.
Right up top pork chop.
Salt.
Point of the week being so bad was early this evening. I'm covering. Thank you, Jay. I'm covering flood business. I mean, like water rushing over bridges, literally standing in the rain for hours, and it's just nonsense, just complete nonsense. And I'm like, man, get me to a record album table, some cold beers, and a little bit of party liquor, and I'm gonna turn this mother out tonight. I promise you, God. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, I swear to you, when I get home, I'm going to open up the wrath of fucking Satan when I can get to my turntable and my cold beer refrigerator with my... Yeah, I know. I just wanted all of it. I wanted all of it, and I wanted it now. But it was also the week when I decided I was going to do the whole Twitch YouTube thing. Yeah. So there's some elements of the program that I was kind of like fumbling around with and still trying to figure out. And now I got to do it on a short schedule because I'm running late. Mm-hmm. Problem. But everything kind of linked in pretty good, pretty quick. And this is kind of what I threw on to kind of figure it out. Volume 2, Provocative Percussion. It's one of those Command records from from 1960, actually. I thought it was a little later than that, actually, but it's 1960. And I use this to kind of just calibrate my internal compass, which is pointed right to BH for Buddy Hoyle. But still. Oh, we got the Bossman joining us. Oh, shit.
Party time.
On the Twitch. Hey, yo, Bossman, we're on the Twitch
man.
too. No, he's on YouTube.
Is he on both?
No, right now he's on YouTube, and some of the other cats are on Twitch. This is all working out.
All right.
This is just great, man.
All right. He needs to come back up this way sometime.
Yeah, you need to come on back up here now. Yeah. What'd you play on this album about it, Jay?
I brought this for no specific
You better explain
reason
yourself.
whatsoever.
No, explain it.
The Cult Love from, I think it's 84.
Now, you're a big...
85, sorry. Cult, they're one of my favorite bands, man. I love them.
Yeah? Robert Smith,
No.
The Cure. You've seen him on tour a few times.
No, not the
Big Cure fan.
Not the Cure.
Jay's a big Cure fan.
But yeah, this was the one that kind of like broke him out with She Sells Sanctuary. We didn't hear it, but we did hear Rain. That was another hit.
That's a great record. I could not really, because I'm kind of a more recent Cult fan.
Yeah.
I like the more recent stuff.
A little different. Yeah.
I couldn't tell that this was that old though.
This was back in their
Really?
punk goth days.
Dude.
And so.
You said that's what, 84, 85?
85, yeah.
85. You could have said that was 2009, and I would have been like, all right.
They're a good band, man. They're versatile.
Real good band.
Yeah.
Slept on the Cult for decades. I'm an older gentleman.
Robert Smith just didn't do it for you.
I'm an older gentleman. I should have been into the Cult a long time ago. Missed that boat because I kept getting confused with the
Cure,
freaking
yeah.
Cure, man.
Yeah.
Cure and Cult, I always got confused, and it kept me from liking the Cult. I guarantee you, that's why I slept
They
on
were
them.
so big in the, I guess like the late 80s, early 90s.
I still get them confused, and I know the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever had to go to the restroom? And when you get in there,
Watch out for that dead cat over there.
no. We don't endorse any of that business.
All right, we're not going to joke about that.
How Elizabeth?
What?
You want to do a shot of tequila?
Okay. Don't ever use that voice again.
You want to do a shot of tequila?
Ever.
You want?
Is that your
You want to do a shot of tequila? All work and no play
what's that?
makes Jack a dull boy.
what's that?
All work
You're not gonna get
and
there.
no play.
Give up.
You sound like Kim
Jack
Kardashian.
Jesus.
No doubt. What?
You sound like Kim Kardashian when you did that first voice.
All work and no play
That's kind of scary. That's a scary face.
makes Jack a dull boy.
I don't feel
Why
You guys like movies?
Why do I never
Who
get,
likes movies?
Why do I never get creeped
Who?
out around you?
Never.
No, I never have been in my life that I can.
I have.
Well, probably because I've known them though since like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would.
I had to use this symbol to cover Jay's ball area. No, Jay, get out of here with that.
It's his third ball. Hit.
You're missing it.
I see it.
That is.
That's
Third ball.
just funny.
Let's
Special
I-
effects.
dead ball. Personal foul. Hey. You.
You trying to work that in every week.
Hey. You.
Oh,
Hey.
All right. Jay put a record album on. I said, "Hey, go up there and play some Coltrane, Jay."
how about some John
I don't want you.
Coltrane?
I don't want you to be scared about it. I want you to grab one of them and put it on the record album turntable player that I purchased. I had a credit card earlier. I don't have one anymore.
Take a shot.
Oh, did you pour one about it?
You took it from my hand.
All right. Salutation.
Yeah, this is Blue Train I picked out.
Oh, yeah, you picked out.
Yeah, well, you told me to pick one out.
It's my record, Jay.
No, I picked out of your stack. You told me to go pick a Coltrane.
I know. I own it. It's mine.
That's amazingly clean, though, that Coltrane. Like the
Yeah,
bottle's
I got that on the cheap at a local record store. I think
you
it
got
was
it like a
$1.
year ago or so, didn't you? Maybe?
Yeah,
Thereabouts?
Correctamundo, and along with a stack of other.
That's one I've been
Coltrane
wanting. That's when
records.
Coltrane actually a reissue I've been thinking about because it's a really
I was going to buy
cheap- It's a really cheap reissue.
You know,
I want to say it's like $15. or
from my workplace for maybe like something I did. I got a $15 Target gift card, and it was right when Target started carrying vinyl records.
in their store.
No, online.
One of
So
them,
they had
one of them has it in their
They had
store.
a huge online thing, and
Yeah.
I went through them and I'm like, damn, they got some good records. And one of them was, no, it wasn't Blue Train, it was Love Supreme. They had the reissue of Love Supreme,
You have
and
that?
I was like, I don't think I have it.
Okay. I found it on the cheap.
But yeah, anyway, it was, that's one of those little sleepy little marketplaces, at least early. I don't know what it's like now, but Target had some shit that just kind of popped up. And I hate,
Well, didn't we
I
do a
would much-
Target sale like the first, when I first started coming over here?
Best
didn't we also
Buy.
do Target sale?
No, it's Best Buy.
Best
I
Buy,
walked
that's
in
right.
there.
That's right.
Yeah, the Best Buy sale, the infamous from a few years ago. I got
It
that.
was
No
like
Effects.
4 years ago or something.
No Effects, a record for $7. Clutch for $9-10. I got Promise for $6 or $7. Frizzle Fry.
I got that well, it turned out to be a pretty rare European live album that was, yeah, I think I got it for like 12 or something like that. It's a 4
That
LP.
ended up being a really great.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, man.
You got your V in here?
Your victory?
Junction Gang Camp. Let me tell you who wins the race. That ain't you. Anyway,
This special
I'm sure
blanket.
they're incredible.
for our local people, that was very, very offensive.
It's a low blow.
And that's why.
Jay, tell me a story.
He had thoughts.
What's it like to coach football, Jay?
I hated it. I don't anymore. For all my fans out there.
You don't anymore, you say? Do you miss coaching football?
No, not really. I like having time to myself and my family.
You know, it's great to. I was a big baseball fan.
I'd love to be a baseball.
I really drifted off baseball.
Hey.
And kind of came back to baseball.
Well, you're
And
a Cubs guy.
I find as an older
You have
gentleman,
reason to be miserable.
baseball is so.
I
It's
had reason.
it's and relaxing at the same time.
It's very relaxing.
Something about being an old guy watching baseball that's just a very contentful experience. You know. What I
You
mean?
know, I took my kid to a game 2 weeks ago.
What's his social?
And there was nobody. They were on like a Thursday night, and the area we sat was like totally away from the bar area where the drinks were $1.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And
Let's get your kid drunk, Jay.
but there were these two guys sitting right in front of us, like
Right.
guys in their like late 40s, early 50s, probably never been married, you know.
I don't understand what you're saying.
But they're just sitting there. But they're just sitting there talking baseball the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool, you know. Like, go to America's pastime, and just talk baseball. You ever just like to talk baseball?
Oh yeah. Oh wait. That's being all weird.
Yeah, I like talking baseball.
Oh yeah. Especially with old guys.
That's what I'm saying. It's just two guys that might got away from their
Yeah.
wife for the night or something.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Whatever.
Steve recommended doing a. I know.
Did a lot of blow maybe or something. I don't know.
Hey,
He's not sure.
what do you know about?
Big Steve Garvey fans.
What do you know about on base percentage? You know, Tony Gwynn not only has batting average, but like his on base percentage was off the charts.
Yeah, people like that.
So Steve recommended we got the Royal thing coming up. We
Yeah,
talked about
yeah.
that previously. A piece of my salad from lunch
I have no idea
Came
what
out.
you're talking about.
The royal wedding tonight.
piece of my salad from lunch came out.
Yeah, I definitely don't know.
We talked about staying up about it.
So it'd be like what, 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
4:30, I think the coverage starts. So anyway, Steve was like, "Hey, we should do like a royal wedding playlist. Kingsman, King Crimson,
Yeah,
Queen, and
I got something about Queen.
I kind of started it and I didn't. King Crimson, Three of a Perfect Pair.
Yeah.
One of my favorite King Crimson albums. That side of that King Crimson album, that's maybe my favorite side of any King Crimson album, period, is side A of this record with Three of a Perfect Pair.
It's good.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
We got a special
We're
guest.
getting robbed.
We got a special
Oh, we got
guest.
somebody rolling in.
No, we're clearly getting robbed. You are.
Steve, let me ask you a question. I just made a comment on the program that the side of Three of a Perfect Pair is my favorite side of any King Crimson record, period.
You said that?
I just did.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve
Side
Feeder.
one, you're saying.
Yeah. Side one on Three of a Perfect Pair. Favorite King Crimson side. Side, not necessarily record, side.
Well,
Series of songs in a row that fit on a side.
side two of Red is pretty killer.
Red would be the one that would rival it.
Steve, did you hear any hints of Hall & Oates in that?
Jay kept saying Hall & Oates.
What?
I said Peter Gabriel, not but
In the Three of a Perfect Pair?
Talking Heads.
Talking
Yeah.
Heads.
What we talking about?
Jay said he said it sounded like Hall and Oates.
At times, sounded like Hall and
You talking
Oates.
about the Talking Head?
No.
Three of a pair. Three of a pair.
And
And then Mike said
maybe in
say some
terms
Talking
of, like, the
Heads.
slickness of it, it's kind of slick, you know.
He said Talking Heads.
I could see like a David Byrne thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
it's good. Whatever it is,
that's
it's
because
good.
Adrian helped out the Talking Heads a hell of a lot, making with their sound. So.
There you go.
You know how the internet's been a buzz recently, the Facebook with, you know, you post so many like albums that were instrumental in your blah 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 or whatever. This for me would be in the top 3. Maybe like the Chuck Berry, the Dave Brubeck,
Right.
and that we talked about, those cassettes.
Seminal
And I had a
record.
cassette of this Low Blows Anthology of Chicago Harmonica Blues. I picked up at the same place I went in and said, y'all got any John Coltrane? I bought my first John Coltrane tape from there. I also bought a tape of this Low Blows Harmonica Anthology. It's a lot of cats you've probably not heard of if you've not seen this before, but it is so good. And it is the reason I play harmonica and love harmonica and the Chicago blues. It is so freaking good, and it's kind of an obscure compilation.
Well, we were talking
telling
about.
you, man.
I was asking about
Rooster Blues.
I was asking about the years earlier
Are
too.
y'all still doing what we played tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't play.
Get you a shot, Steve.
But we're talking about. I was asking about what years this kind of range from, and it's from 72
Yeah.
to 80.
72 to 80. Yeah, it had that kind of vibe.
I thought maybe a little earlier, maybe
That-
60, late 60s or something like
You know,
that.
a lot of people
But
talk about those the certain earlier blues sound or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that Chicago blues in the 70s and early 80s. It's got this certain like
Blues
Paul Newman
Blues Brothers.
kind of like woo to it. Steve, grab these guys. No, I'm okay right now.
Blue, like Blues Brothers, like
Yeah.
stuff.
You put this
Yeah.
record album on, Jay. What's this all
I just brought
about?
some metal.
You brought some metal tonight?
Yeah, I tried to bring a metal record. Maybe
Okay.
work it in if you let me. But this is Ozzy. We played this a long time ago. This is Speak of the Devil.
Jay, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've got a question on the
That's
chat.
Randy Rhodes?
No.
No.
Uh,
Post Randy Rhodes?
well, let's answer the question, and then I'll tell the story of it.
How are your abscesses doing?
Fine, great.
They're okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is a chat
I don't
question.
think there's any line.
Thank you. I've been abscess free since the last time.
Abscess free since
Since last-
'93.
I've been abscess free since the last time.
Okay. Since the last time you gave way to one,
Yeah, yeah.
you had
I had
to
two pulled.
you had to root in
I
there.
had two. I had two. Oh yeah, did I ever bring that in?
There was some rooting.
I've got it.
You got the abscess? The tooth.
Oh yeah, it's like that long. It was like that long.
I don't care
blood-
for that.
Blood. Oh, it was worse than what we saw last week. Let me tell you.
No, I don't care for that. No, it was no. But once I finally
You
pulled,
want to tell the story on that?
no, no. Once I finally pulled,
What's a hidden show for that one?
yeah, that's
But this is Ozzy. Speak of the Devil. This is actually Ozzy's band right after.
Sabbath.
No, right after Randy Rhoads.
Right after
died,
Randy Rhoads died, playing Sabbath songs
playing Sabbath songs.
live. These are all live.
Yes, but the thing about this record is Ozzy was due one more record on his label. And
What label's out?
Jet Records,
Jet Records.
CBS.
A subsidiary of CBS.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think like the Jet label or whatever, like if I remember the story right, he had the deal to put out one more record and he was ready to switch labels, like the better offer or whatever, and didn't want to go back in the studio. And he worked out a deal where he could cut a live record, and basically they went at like lunchtime before a show and cut this with nobody in the concert hall. It was like a club.
Oh, didn't Kiss do that same shit?
To touch up stuff they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this was recorded, and they just piped into the audience, I believe, and kind of just put it out there. But it's got Brad Gillis on guitars, and he's a fucking shredder.
Yeah.
Night Ranger guitarist, Brad
Yeah.
Gillis. Great player. Rudy Sarzo on bass, and Tommy Aldridge on drums. fantastic lineup.
Oh,
So, yeah. So I was brought it for the hell of it. We
hell yeah.
played-
Yeah, I remember you playing it before, but that's been a long time.
Yeah.
Dude,
The songs we played. But
I wanted to play a little something that had a little funky to it. Sometimes I neglect the funk if I get locked into a certain mood. Jimmy Castor Bunch, It's Just Begun. Don't really know if this falls in this the Castor hierarchy, although it's 72, which tells me it's a little earlier.
yeah.
And man, is this not a funky record? We were talking on the chat earlier. I think MT and Shane both recently picked this record up, and it's just phenomenal.
Well,
It's so funky, man.
I didn't realize we were listening. I said, "There's a Bertha Butt song on this record."
Yeah, there is.
And
There's
you
a
had to
few
smart me
Bertha
up with
Butt. Whatchamacallit?
Bertha Butt Boogie. There's the. Hey Finn, it's your boy on there. The early Undertaker.
The dudes do.
Oh, look who's my eye. What is it with the music?
All right. And then we were talking about how MT had said he'd been chatting with the Bossman about hip hop records, and you and I had tuned in on one of his live chats earlier, what
Yeah.
you talked about, and so we got to talking on the chat a little bit, and I was like, well, damn, now I got to play some hip hop, and I had to play something. The Bossman hooked us up with some Black Moon. This is some, this is how I described this earlier. This is entered the stage,
It's 90s.
early '90s, yeah.
I remember.
93.
I remember the hit off this record.
Yeah, 93. And it's one of those, this is how I describe this. I've always listened to hip hop all the way back to very, very, very early, but it was never like my shit. You know what I mean? I was always like the metal guy, the rock guy, or like the oldies kind of guy, I always listened to hip hop in the middle, but I never got into it so much that I'm like, oh man, have you ever heard of this guy that you've never heard of? You know.
Right.
I'd never got to that point with it. So now as I gotten older, Bossman can not only hook us up with things that are obvious that they do. You got to have that. But some of the stuff that's like, well, I don't even remember this. Black Moon is one of those like, why was I not listening to this in '93? Because I was listening to hip hop right along in this vein. But I couldn't have I'd never heard of Black Moon.
Well, who got the props? That was
Who got the props? But it was like something that was on the radio.
Oh,
and I
you
never
didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a song on the radio, and I never really thought about it that way until I just listened to the whole record. It's like, holy shit, man!
I appreciate hip hop with good hooks,
And that's what
that's what I'm about.
I was telling Metal Theologian earlier. As the older I get, the more I get like with heavy music and hip hop. You got to bring some good shit for me to like listen to it on the regular and put it in my collection, and to like really give a shit about it. You better bring the noise in a hurry with it. And
I'm gonna tell my age.
Mediocre hip hop and like heavy music, you get pissed in the ditch, son.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
My head can't take but so much bad heavy metal.
No, I mean, there's not enough time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until you get eat up with a genre, and then you kind of search out for things within that certain micro genre. You end up listening to some bullshit, and you're like, "This isn't good." I'm just searching for it because of the genre that I'm hyper focused in on at the moment. I do that a lot. But anyway.
Careful, Steve. Cat's peeing him over there.
Oh, fucking A.
Fucking A.
Anyway,
they'll
and the
do it.
last record
They'll
we
do it.
played on the program
Mine dude's
tonight,
on and kicks
You'll pull a Chris Cornell on those cats, won't you?
the Animals on Tour. This is like a
He's dead.
who?
Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell's dead. Eric Burden's not dead.
He's still
And
alive
that's all that
kicking.
really matters. It says at the top, this album belongs to
Jane
Herman. It says belongs to Herman.
Herman Munster.
Let me tell you what, this is a great album. Has some of the great Animals hits on it. I don't
There's
play this.
so much animals to choose from.
Yeah, so far I haven't found an Animals album I didn't like.
Exactly. Even the ones that don't have the songs on it, I think they're going to have on it. There's been some like weird, noisy, psyche, almost Animals records.
They must have pressed millions of copies. Of
Oh my God.
Because you see the thing.
There's not a cooler man alive than Eric Burden. He's just that guy. I would just,
Wouldn't
man.
you say they're one of the
That's the tour I want to go on.
classic
I want to go on
bands.
the tour with Eric Burden. Not
the
my-
Cruise?
Yeah, the cruise.
Yeah.
Go on a cruise with Eric Burden.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't
What are you
know
waiting
that's a
on?
cruise.
I'll pay for his.
If you watch,
Just me and him.
if you watch MeTV,
Me and
enough, you
him,
can,
one
find the website.
towel and
You've
a
got so much money.
suntan lotion.
Or the
over
Chris,
50 hours
the
this
Chris
week.
Jericho cruise.
I know.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Chris Jericho and Eric Burden.
Yeah, together on a cruise.
The problem is
Live.
There would be so many people there that I would hate like on principle. Wouldn't mean to.
Sponsored by
Wouldn't play
Jenko.
good, but I would hate
Who? Jay Lethal? Jay Lethal?
him. No, not for.
Why would you hate
the
Jay
people-
Lethal?
That's what you played
The
tonight?
other people that would be on
I
that.
would say
cruise.
what we played. That's the name of the franchise, but I wasn't here.
All right.
All right.
I think we-
That's all we played tonight.
Did you bring chips?
We got things,
yeah, he's a
I
good
brought a soda
golfer.
too.
He's a really
I
good
just put it in the
golfer.
freezer. Don't
Good.
forget. Put it in the
but
freezer.
before we get to all that business, we got to get to a dig of the week thing.
I got some digs.
You got some digs?
I got some digs. That's why I'm here.
Okay,
That's the only
Steve came
reason-
just for
only reason I'm
digs.
really here is
I got digs.
Do your digs,
Let's do
Jay.
Jay's digs.
I do fast.
Or digs if you
And then we'll flip swap.
Swip swap. I'll save mine.
I'll do
keep saving mine.
I'll do my 5 real quick.
Wrote my pace for his pace.
My first two are topical records.
Topical record.
Yeah, I was telling you this week
The
that
skin,
I read this.
Jay?
Yeah, I read this article about
Like for the skin, Jay.
Frances Bean Cobain got divorced from her husband.
Yeah,
Became
that's terrible.
Became official, and she lost Kurt Cobain's guitars in the divorce settlement.
That's terrible. I want to see
And
more
so-
information about that.
That's what I read. Yeah,
She lost his guitars.
yeah. So
Kidding me? What kind of bullshit?
The Jaguar, the Jag-Stang,
I don't know if it's multiple. or
that
if it's
Fernandez.
main one,
Oh, that
whatever.
Fernandez.
Yeah, and it could have been a whole spoof article, but it looked legit. So
Yeah.
The kid is kinda-
Russian.
the kid
So I
is
brought-
Cobain.
I brought Nirvana Nevermind. He's got his Peter hanging out in here too. It's kind of weird, but anyhow. Secondly, I brought. I don't know if y'all saw the new Queen trailer.
What's up, Harmless Rebel? You're right, Harmless Rebel. He agreed with me on the Black Moon. It's like you had to be really into shit to know that shit back in
I
the
thought
day.
the trailer was really good.
Yeah, this guy looks just like Freddie Mercury
Did
in
you
this
get the
thing.
backstory on this? Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to be Freddie Mercury.
Well, he'd do a good job.
No, and the band says this guy's a real a-hole, so they parted ways. But the guy from Mr. Robot is playing as Freddie Mercury, and
It's spot on.
He's spot
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I'm really impressed.
So I brought Queen Killers. And it comes on my
Nice.
It comes on my birthday.
See, there's our queen. We got a king and a queen tonight. King Cramson.
I didn't bring any queen.
So
No, but he brought some queen. So, you
So
know.
we can put that on maybe later, but and then I went actually record shopping this week for the first time in
Shopping.
the last
Yeah?
few
You
weeks.
went shopping for records.
A
V.
dollar record,
Goodbye.
Nicotine.
Cream Goodbye, and I went to open it up just to look at it, and it was
Not queen. Not cream.
Cream Wheels of Fire,
What? It's a double album, though.
just one LP,
One of the
Yeah.
Wheels of Our.
Is it the first. Oh, it's a.
in really good shape,
That's a nice Atlantic.
but
That might be an OG.
yeah. But I thought like for $1 though, like
Comes with a poster.
it's got the original poster like in
That's
perfect
in perfect shape.
shape.
Yeah, Goodbye Cream's.
Oh, that's kind of worth it. Just
For
by-
$1.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude, I'd pay $1 for that poster. All
that's
day.
awesome.
Get that
Like,
up
I
there.
was
Oh no!
It's
Hey, get that up there, Steve.
But I was like,
Get it up there.
and that was at
Sorry, I ran into my offensive line coach earlier this
Can't see
week.
what I'm looking at here.
Get messed
and that was y'all's
Yeah.
place in Winston that y'all frequent.
Underdog.
And he's got good dollar records in there.
He's got
So
great dollar. Sometimes when we talk to school, I got some caravan dollar.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Let's see what's going folding this way and fold.
All right.
Nice.
So
What else you got, Jay?
I got that. I got another Ventures record.
Oh, Ventures. Which one? Dude, I love the Ventures.
The Fabulous Ventures.
I don't have that one.
It's got the Moe's right on the back, of course, and some cool cartoon cover.
Dude, I cannot get enough of the Ventures.
And this vinyl's in very good shape. So For $1, you can't beat Ventures
No,
for $1.
never, ever, ever. That's like an early. That's an early grown man record night tip. It's like, don't sleep on Ventures. Anytime you see them.
No, they're like and they're mostly the dollar, dollar bin band.
Ventures, Herbie Mann, Jean-Luc Ponty, Ramsey Lewis.
Yeah.
Those are all shit you see in the dollar.
Even
Herb Albert.
Herb Alpert. The good thing is you upgrade Herb Alperts all the time for $1.
What's the
Dude, you throw on a Herb Albert.
what's the one you play?
While you're making tacos.
What's the other one? Sergio Mendez.
Mexicali Brass, Sergio Mendez. All that's good shit, man.
Yeah. Then I actually decided to spend a little money. I got the Foo Fighters new one.
Oh. Concrete and Gold?
Concrete and Gold.
That was
yeah.
still up there? I almost
there.
bought this. Almost bought this exact record.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
So,
12
$12, something like that?
13. Yeah, 13.
Almost bought that.
I listened to it last night for the first time all the way through. Really liked it. It's
Yeah.
a little different for Foo Fighters.
Softer, heavier.
Yeah, I don't want to say poppy, but kind of poppy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you know a little tip on that record. It's a
tip.
It's a 3-sided record.
And it's etched on the other side?
It's got a secret website that you can go to and download the sheet music free of charge.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's a cool little gimmick.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's a good record though.
It's funny, the reporter I worked with today has recently rediscovered and kind of re-enamored himself with Nirvana.
Yeah.
And so when we first got in the truck this morning, he was like, what Nirvana album do you want to listen to first? And I'm like, oh no, your choice. So we listened to Unplugged like all the way through, and then another point in the day we listened to Bleach all the way through, and then we listened to Live Shit all the way through, and I'm like, this is a good day. I mean, it's a terrible day. It's an awful day.
Did you listen to Insecticide?
We had some of that. He had that. He had He had some stuff.
They have some the rare bootleg stuff, the Kurt Cobain diaries or whatever.
No. But anyway,
Right. Cool.
what else you got, Jay?
That's it. I'm gonna pass the torch on
Whoa.
to Steve here.
Wait a minute.
You going graphic?
Yeah, I went to graphic. I can't be showing all this butthole bending over, changing mics type situation. What we call the lickety splits. We're not. I'm not promoting. Hey, look, if you're on the Twitch and you've never seen us on the YouTube, we're going to be on the YouTube channel here. I wish I would have entitled it the Grown Man Record Night, but I started it before I actually had the program. So youtube.com/Machete Miller. We got 260 some episodes, 250 some episodes on this shit. If you're just now seeing this for the first time, God bless you. And Mazel Tov. So, oh wait, I caught a butthole shot. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh!
All right, Steve.
Hey, everybody!
You had a record
I
performance.
just arrived.
What'd you do about it tonight?
You ever caught a butthole shot on purpose?
Well, you know, I got all them records at the
Oh, I got a piece so bad about it.
Shepherd Center book sale a while back, and I wanted to go through some more of them.
But you had a show this evening.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do? It was a neat program.
It was neat. It's called Friday Night Music Club, and they get together once in a while, and they have a special theme. This time was.
But you like draft your play. It's like picking teams
yeah.
from your band.
And me and Alan Mulvey and some other folks.
But these are not guys you play with on the regular.
I play with Alan, and the good thing about this club
They kind of
thing,
draft you in.
it's good because me and Alan like to do things and then just not do things, and it's perfect for us because then we don't have to like try to be a band.
Being a band
forever.
together. There's difference between playing with somebody
The
and
theme
jamming.
tonight was 1978, so I actually brought a bunch of 1978 tunes I might one off after the show if I got
Cool.
time. But I did bring some records from before.
While I can mention it, I guess what we'll do tonight, since it's the first time we're doing this, we'll stop all this shit down so I can make this like a clip, you know, make a marker, and then we'll go back to Twitch. Twitch we'll do some more live music after this.
How'd that work out for you?
The way so far so good, and the way I'm getting around it is I'm not recording any of this.
Right.
It's all live. Okay. It's all live.
Pussy fight.
And then it goes away. Because I heard what Twitch will do will mute your recorded broadcast.
But they'll play it live.
Live, because they can't keep up with that.
Good.
But then once it's live, it's gone. So I'm hoping this doesn't raise any red
All right,
flags.
Dan.
If that's the case, we'll stay on Twitch and YouTube for the foreseeable future.
Let's do that.
But anyway.
Because Ustream wasn't getting us nowhere.
But after that, yeah, nobody's on Ustream just kicking around seeing who the hell's doing things.
Maybe your
We'll get
granddad.
no foot traffic. So the point of that was when we're done and you're talking about doing some one-offs, it'll be back on Twitch until we get kicked off. So if you want to stick around for some more music, it'll be back on Twitch.
Back
I'm
on
not
Twitch.
recording, so it goes away.
Goes
Watch
away.
it tonight or kiss it goodbye. Pee in my pants. Oh, I got a piece of bad. Steve?
So I got some records.
Yeah.
I got about 10 actually.
For some of those, you got the jazz albums.
Some I got at a yard sale. This one I got at a yard sale. This is not a jazz album.
It's not a jazz album?
That's Patsy Cline's greatest hits.
Oh, dude, I almost passed on the.
You almost passed on it?
I did pass
It's
on
on
this.
Decca. I do have another Patsy Cline like compilation, but I couldn't pass on it. It's in the original shrink, and it's on Decca, and you know, it's Patsy Cline.
Patsy
so.
Cline is one of these rare acts that growing up, me, my mom, and my dad all loved Patsy Cline.
Sure.
We could listen to it
She has
all
a broad appeal.
I can remember us being out in the building shooting pool
That broad's
as a
got-
family,
That broad's got
listening
appeal.
to Patsy Cline.
That's one of the cutest things I've ever heard in my life.
Because we all loved it.
This is the most interesting record I picked up. It's all the play-by-play action of the 69-70 season. Goal Bruins.
Oh, wow.
Boston Bruins, like hockey play-by-play with Weston Adams, Milt
dude.
Schmidt, Don Earl, voice of the Bruins.
Dude, we should send this to Rob from Boston.
Well, maybe. I want to listen to it
Well,
first.
of course. I'm just saying.
Sounds like playing on
I just love Rob from Boston. That's all I'm saying.
This is a gentleman. I don't want all of his records. I do want some of them because they're amazing and they're great. Grover Washington Jr.
Oh yeah, he's got some clunkers.
He's
and
got some clunkers. He's got some
beefers.
beefers. I think this is
Yeah.
a beefer. This is called All the King's Horses.
I'm changing the lower third.
In its original shrink. I think it's. When did this come out? I'm not exactly sure. 1972 maybe. It's on Kudo Records.
Kudo Records.
Kudo, which is I think is a division of
Was
some.
his dad's name Grover Washington?
I would hope so.
Grow Wash.
This is so short.
Grow Wash.
What's his show? So I wonder about it.
Well, nothing nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Couple of not jazz albums, but I'm really glad because it's one of my favorite singers of that era of the 70s on Sussex Records.
I like the Sussex.
Bill Weathers records.
Oh yeah, okay.
We got Just As I Am, which
Yeah.
has Harlem, Ain't No Sunshine, Grandma's Hands.
Is there a title track, Just As I Am, the gospel traditional?
I
on there?
don't know.
You know, that was the one when I grew up that when I was
and
a
another
little,
one.
little gentleman.
I got two Bill Withers.
Just As I Am was the shake hands song. So as a little
Okay.
gentleman, I would stand in the pews and shake hands with all the grown men.
I don't know if it's the gospel song you're thinking of.
Uh,
And then we have Bill Withers, Still Bill. Apparently he's Still
Nice.
Bill. Don't know what's on here. Lean on Me's on here, which is of course his biggest song.
he has some tracks that are like slow jams that are like really good, that are still good. But then there's also some, he gets down on the clavinet.
He gets down on it.
The clavinet, I mean, oh, holy shit.
I don't think he plays anything besides sings, but
bangs that clavinet.
okay.
Isn't it him?
I don't think so.
No?
I think he's just a singer. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be very wrong.
Well, some of his tracks.
Now here's a
somebody gets down.
compilation, which I love Gene Krupa. It's a compilation called Gene Krupa, his orchestra, and Anita O'Day, featuring Roy Eldridge. And it looks like it's maybe some radio station's copy of it. So there's some singing on here by some woman named Anita O'Day.
Okay.
But it's Gene Krupa, and you can't go wrong with a Gene Krupa album.
No, of course not. Group,
Any Zeppelin fan knows that they owe homage to Gene Krupa for the John Bonham. How about a little Johnny Hammond? What do you know about Johnny Hammond?
yeah, I got some Johnny.
Again, this is on Kudo.
like his nose.
Is he an organist?
He's an organ player.
Yeah.
Well, you think Hammond just because of the Hammond
John
organ.
Hammond?
I will say on this album you got Johnny Hammond, Hank Crawford, Grover Washington, Eric Gale,
Puppies.
Airto Morera, Billy Cobham,
Oh, Billy Cobham.
and
Get out of here now.
Somebody named Johnny Williams on bass. I don't know if that's John Williams' dad, maybe. I don't know.
I think you have a drinking problem.
And another Johnny Hammond album called Wild Horses, Rock Steady.
Oh, I can't do it till I pee about it though.
A lot of the same musicians on here: Grover Washington, George Benson, Ron Carter, Billy Cobham. Bob James produced both of these. That's why you heard.
How early is that? What kind of year are we talking on this one?
We're
I'm curious.
talking
70,
71.
Oh, okay. That could be really good. Have you listened to that?
I think I did. I liked it. I think. I
two-
think I liked it.
That's yeah. That should be good. That's a cool cover. Too.
Yeah, I got two more.
Okay. I'm not doing any.
Okay.
So you. it's
How about
all-
a little brother Jack McDuff?
Oh yeah.
The Natural Thing in a very 70s font. So I'm assuming the 70s here, early 70s.
Oh, I got records.
It's a Cadet, which is a Chess Records spin-off, I believe. I don't know what year this is, but I'm guessing early 70s. Brother Jack McDuff. The
Right.
Natural Thing.
Natural Thing.
That's like Jesse Jackson. Right?
You see a Jesse,
The young Jesse.
young Jesse J. Yeah. Or Arnold Jackson.
And well, last but not least, I think I mentioned Hank Crawford playing on Mr. Johnny Hammond's album. This is the Soul Clinic, Hank Crawford. Really cool cover.
Oh, that's a great cover.
And it's an Atlantic.
Oh.
It's an Atlantic. It's the old
63.
maybe mid 60s probably. Check it out. It will fall off the bottom, so
Wow.
be careful.
That cover though.
Really cool.
What?
And it's a great album.
You've already listened to that one?
Yeah, it's really
Wow,
good.
that's cool. This is all from that same spot.
This is from the book sale.
What?
Yeah, I still got a couple weeks worth of stuff that I haven't showed yet. So. I've stayed away from the record stores because I got so many damn records to show.
Yeah, I've been trying to do. Well, actually,
Hank Crawford, alto sax and
I
piano.
will do anything.
So there you go. That's all I got.
That's AUG.
We'll go home now.
No. What we're gonna do is take a quick breather. I may.
Wow,
have,
recording engineer Tom Dowd. He
I don't know
actually.
Tom Dowd.
I think he actually worked with either Cream or the Pink Floyd or back in the day.
I tell you, you probably hear me scrubbing all around about this.
Scrub it.
I'll be honest. I'm running the same commercials that I did. I don't know why I
You
hit
gotta
wrong.
get some
I
new
have
spots on there.
hit the wrong
Don't
thing.
show that damn.
hit the wrong graphic. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna come back. We'll do a quick break. I gotta pee real bad about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go make a mockery of my toilet. It's an American Standard, Jay. It doesn't even like.
How many gallons of water does it hold?
I don't
It's
know.
the old-
Probably 5 gallons.
It's an old school one.
I can't.
It's not one of those economy ones.
I can't like bio-erode it, which is what I call like if you go into a public toilet and you realize like, oh man, somebody's shit, and there's like
Try
all
to
this
pee
shit.
it off.
There's all this shit like stuck to the side
Yeah,
of
you
the
try
thing.
to knock it off.
Oh, it's your entitled duty as a human
like
being.
you're shooting
man.
submarines.
Yeah, to come in there as a man and like,
Like
that's all-
blast it.
Hey, everybody, shut the fuck up. I'll pee it off. I'll pee that shit off of there.
I call them racing stripes.
And I take my strong stream as an U.S. American, and I bio-erode that fucking shit off of that bowl till it falls into the toilet, and I flush it along with all my urine. And that's my job as an American. Bio-erosion.
Good.
If you're ever in a Walgreens, their toilets are so.
They give you a discount if you're a bio-eroder? Is that what you're telling me,
Their toilets
Jay?
are so strong that they'll clean all that when you flush it.
I think you're a liar. You're a liar, Jay.
A fucking liar.
If you come on my
Hey, have you
show,
ever tried to check your blood pressure on your penis
if you
Made that up.
at the Walgreens?
If you ever come over to my house and lie again, Jay, I swear to God.
Ma Maria.
Do you have a period?
Lake Dolores, the magical water world that features the most exciting high-speed water slides. The family fun place that offers relaxation and incredible thrills just off the I-15 Las Vegas freeway near Barstow. Call now for special rates. Glide down the 200-foot water slides, up to 50 miles an hour. Good, clean, safe fun. A thrill a second. Bring the kids, picnic, camp overnight. Fly the giant swings at Lake Dolores. The magical water world that guarantees a fun-filled time.
You better be good. You better look straight. Cause you really want that 128 Commodore New 128. You'll use it for your homework. You'll use it to get dates. For English, math, and science class. And it's fun to hack around. Tell your folks you need a higher intelligence at a lower price. Commodore New 128.
He's here! Ooh, what's his name? Everyone, this is Tubbs. Hi, Tubbs. Ooh, he's so sexy. Where'd you meet him? On 976 Party. Where else?
Do you want to meet new people? Call 976 Party.
And it's fun to get together on Tubbs.
Get together on 976 Party. Only $3 plus toll, if any.
I'll be waiting. Call now!
Must be 18 or over.
Nesta. Mom.
Yes, honey?
You know when we were talking yesterday?
Yes, we were.
You know about periods?
Yes, what about periods?
Do you have periods?
Yes. All women have periods.
Tell me what happens.
Blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs. Do you have a question, Jill?
Yes, I want to know if Susie has periods.
Susie? Yes, Mom? Jill wants to know something. What do you want, Jill?
Susie, do you have periods?
Do I have periods? Jill, all women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days. When I'm on my period, blood from inside of my body comes outside from an opening between my legs.
Well, Susie, what about my teacher? Does Miss Jones have periods?
Yes, Jill, your teacher, Mrs. Jones, does have periods. All women have periods about every 4 weeks for 3 or 4 days.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Dad.
What have you girls been talking about?
About periods, Daddy. Dad, can I ask you something?
Sure, honey. What is it?
Does Aunt Curl have periods?
Yes, Jill. All women have periods about every 4 weeks.
But, Dad, men don't have periods, do they?
That's right, honey. Men do not. Only women. Blood from inside a woman's body comes outside from an opening between her legs about every 4 weeks.
But the blood, won't it get on my clothes?
No, it won't, because you use a sanitary
A
pad.
sanitary pad.
Yes, a sanitary pad.
Susie, what's a sanitary pad?
Come on, Jill, I'll show you. I'm having my period now. Let's go into the bathroom. This is a sanitary pad. This is where I keep them.
Blue, white, blue, white. Look, it is blue on one side, white on the other.
That's right. It also has sticky stuff, like glue on the blue side. See?
sticky.
Do you know why it's sticky?
No.
Sticky so the pad will stick to my panties.
How do you use it?
I'm having my period now. I'll show you how I use it.
You mean the blood's coming from inside your body.
Alright, welcome back to Grown Man Record Night, everybody. We appreciate the shit and hell, goddamn fucking hell piss out of you for staying with us, watching us on the Twitch and on the YouTube. Man, it's been a good time this evening. We had everybody be able to drop by. Jay's been able to drop by, and Steve's come over late after a show.
I came all the way. Dedication.
We drinking tequila and we damn drinking beers and talking records and music and God mighty Lord. If I don't need anything else in my life.
It gets down the road.
Yeah, when I went to piss, which took like 45, 55 seconds, it was really long.
It was like longer than 45, 55 seconds.
Yeah, it was long in there about it. I was able to. God, I peed so long, all over it.
I think what you're trying to say is you bumped the camera.
I bumped the camera.
It's all right though.
We're to go with this. We got something for a so to speak.
So to speak.
We got one.
We got one. I brought one.
I didn't have anything for so to speak.
I didn't think that's why I came.
No, I didn't get nothing.
So last time I was here, I brought that habanero and peach and habanero.
Peach and habanero, that one we did last week.
And you thought it was like best soda of the year, maybe.
It's up. So it is the best soda of the year.
This is the same company, Just Craft Soda from Canada.
Yeah.
We got tangerine.
Oh, same company.
Tangerine rhubarb.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking sweet tart and a little. Both of them
Ginger
are kind
ale.
of sweet and tart.
The rhubarb and I think ginger can be in the same vein.
And I will say this one's got some settling on the bottom.
Are you supposed to shake it up?
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to get down there. So.
Okay. Band name.
Tastes more like rhubarb than tangerine.
You think so? I get more tangerine.
I like rhubarb. Reminds me of my grandmother. She used to make a strawberry rhubarb pie.
That's tart as fuck, though.
That's tart. It's a tart rhubarb, which rhubarb's tart anyway. They're both tart. Yeah, it's double tart.
So it's double tart.
Double tart.
What's this company now?
Just Craft Soda out of Canada.
Give them another shot, Jay. Because I'll give them another shot.
I got this at the World Market.
Solely for last week's offering.
Which was excellent.
Holy shit.
Much better than this.
It's much
Peach
better.
habanero, highly recommended.
You know what this tastes like to me?
What?
Wink.
Okay, yeah.
Very citrusy.
Although Wink has more of a, not a bright end, more of a
that's bright.
Mix, a good mixer end.
I think that'd be a good mixer, except it'd be $3 a bottle, but
yeah.
That's good though. I'm not hating on this at all. I think it's good.
Let me try it again.
But I think it's very specific, and I think that'd be a good soda. Imagine if you had your little rim up here with some salt. Salt and that very tart, very bright.
It's not overly sweet, which I like.
It's not overly. It's overly tart. If I could say anything.
It's overly tart, but that's not a bad thing.
No.
I mean, it's double tart. What are we talking about?
It's double T. I mean, it's double T. Let's be honest.
All right, then.
So for our friends, I see Bill's Box of Sound is joining us.
Oh, wow.
On the YouTube. And Bill, if you've not joined we're on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. The chats are combined.
We're twitching it.
Streams are simultaneous.
Crossing streams.
And the music is now going to be on Twitch, but not recorded until they kick us off, bro. So Ustream for now is functionally dead for us. We think Ustream is always a great backup, and we appreciate the shit out of Ustream for what we have done for so many years.
Yeah.
But right now we're going Twitch for music, and then Twitch and YouTube for the program.
And you used to record the show on Ustream and then post it, but
yeah, now it's automatically.
No one really was watching it anyway.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
Okay.
Cool to see Bill.
We'll
That's what jumped me off. That's what jumped me off, bro.
We'll chat some chips.
We'll chat some chips up, bro. I get paid for it. I get so much money. I get all of it. You guys ever seen all of it? I went all the way to the end, saw the man, and then he said, "Here, hey, here's all of it."
If you got all the way to the end, what would your hand gestures be like?
What would my hand gestures be like?
So I brought these chickpea puffs.
Oh no, what? Get out of here now.
Called hippies.
Dude.
There's emphasis on peas. Hippies, like hippies. Hippies.
You have to read the spiel on the back.
We don't follow the rest of the snack pack. We go our own way. We think taste good and do good can be in the same sentence. And we, totally love snacks.
What?
Join us to change things for the better, one chickpea at a time. Peas, love, and giving back. For every bag we sell, we donate to Farm Africa. All right, then. So we got
Let's get it in here one time, guys.
Organic chickpea puff with sriracha. It's called Sriracha Sunshine, so it's got a sriracha taste to it.
Oh, sriracha and chickpeas.
Yeah.
Dude. Let me tell you what. I've recently been talking a lot about chickpeas because one of our grocery stores here, more expensive grocery stores here in the South, Harris Teeter, they have a great salad bar, $6.49 a pound. I've been eating a shit ton of salads. And what I do that ends up weighing them down is chickpeas because I love chickpeas so much. So this is going to blow my mind.
So far, I don't taste the sriracha. Oh, right, it's on the back end, but yeah, could be more.
It's like an Andy Caps fry, really big, really thick.
A little bland.
There's a dead cat in there, watch out.
A big, thick Andy Caps hot fry.
I'm not going to say this would be good to dip with hummus because it should be hummus. This is like a chip version of hummus.
They're great.
Okay.
I think these are fantastic.
I like these better than Cheetos Puffs. I'm not a puff fan. I like the crunchy ones. But as a puff goes, I think this is a good puff.
Where'd you go?
I don't know.
Wow. These are great. The chickpea doesn't come across as much as the heat, probably.
The heat does not come across.
No, it does, is one thing.
Oh.
I think the heat drowns out the chickpea.
Oh.
After a couple,
maybe
they start burning.
Okay.
But they're good. It's kind of like a big. What did I say it was? Andy Cap hot fry.
Yeah.
But bigger and thicker. I have a short-term
and not
memory
square
problem.
on the end.
I gotta get a hero. That never happened.
These are good.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They kind of grow on you.
Some of my favorite this year, bro.
Now that I've had 4, I really like them.
Man.
After 4, you're like, okay.
Come again. Probably the third time.
Keep showing them.
Look. Top chip, one of the top probably 3 chips for me this year.
I think you need to break your chips into categories. This is like other chip.
Yeah, it's not really a chip.
Like you got your chips like corn and potato, and then you got like the alternate chip. This is an alternate chip.
Right, for sure. All right.
It's in there with like veggie chips and like beets and shit.
Those bagel chips we did.
No.
It's all in there. Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you participating in this experiment that we're doing with the Twitch and the YouTube and how we're merging the two together.
Okay.
We did the Twitch earlier with the music. I stopped it down and we brought up both for the program here tonight.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting ready to do here now, Steve, just
Stop
to
it
let
down.
everybody know, I'll end up having to stop down for a moment. So if you're interested in just hanging out with us and chatting and talking about music and shit, don't go anywhere.
Well, I was so inspired by 1978 because the whole show is 1978 that I brought a bunch of 1978 records.
Steve's got some records to play. So
I'm
don't
gonna
go anywhere.
one off some 78s.
So
not 78.
Oh Jesus! Hey Jay, could you get us a paper towel?
This happened last week with the same soda.
A couple of weeks.
I would say the Just Craft soda seemed to spill easily.
I don't know. I have a.
It's all here in the corner, though.
I've got a
That's
substance
good
abuse
thing.
problem.
It's a good thing. It's all right here in the corner.
It's all in the corner, just like my life.
That's me in the corner.
That's me and my orange crush.
Losing my virginity.
All right, so we're going to stop down here in a minute, and we're going to come back on Twitch with music. And thanks for joining us.
Hey, we finished our set with Bob Seger, by the way.
Get out.
Hollywood Nights. It was great.
Jesus.
I sang backup. I was like, let me sing backup.
Oh my God!
Hollywood Nights.
Oh, it's
Hollywood Hills. Looking so right.
Hollywood Nights. Saxophone Nights.
We didn't do that. We didn't do that one.
Jesus.
Hollywood Nights is actually a good song.
Was you here when I said
I was.
About my statement about the worst moment in rock and roll
yes,
history?
you've repeated it a few times.
The saxophone solo. Hold on. Get out of here. All right.
So there you go.
We appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, and
I'm glad I drove down here.
Check us on the YouTubes. If you're a Twitch person that's following us and you just figuring it out.
Actually, had Ledneck was supposed to perform tomorrow at an opioid.
Yeah, bro.
Opioid,
1, 2,
like
3, 4.
addiction recovery fundraiser, but the show's canceled because it's a biker event. It's outside and there's flooding in King. He ought to know that. He was in King today.
I was
and
in King.
so we're not doing it. So that's why I decided, well, I've got time to come here and stay up late. And I can, by the time I get home, it'll be time to watch the royal wedding.
Yeah.
And my plan is the best thing to watch is on HBO. It's Will Ferrell and Molly Shannon.
Oh, they're going to do
doing their thing. It's hilarious.
Are you going to show a thing? You going to show that? Hang on. Let me put it on there.
I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Tilt forward. Tilt forward to eliminate glare. Closer, closer, closer. Move down, move down. Tilt down.
Like that?
Yes, if you can't see the background. I still like it.
So we're talking, that's...
a lot of floods.
Mike Banana's covering floods today.
There's a lot of floods behind me. You can't see the floods. The flood's all blown out. But it's a cool picture.
They might be giants, brand new album, Flood.
Alright, we'll see y'all. Good luck with your life. I don't care. Whatever.
Mike's still hot?
Yep.